Alrighty, after you have the top and the frame parts of your bag toss game completed, we need to 3D model the leg. So again, we're going to go up to a new part, make sure we're in English template, standard part, and I'm going to create a 2D sketch, click on a plane, and I'm going to start with a rectangle. So here I'm going to draw a 2-point rectangle. I'm going to draw this one up this time. I'm going to dimension it. I want to dimension this rectangle to be 12 inches tall and 2.5 inches wide. Click on the little house. Oops, I lied. Click on right, so now I can see it. Actually, I'm going to tip it up on the side here. So now I can see my entire piece. Now, before I extrude this, I'm going to cut part of the bottom of this off. So I'm going to go with the line tool. I'm going to click line. I'm going to start in the corner. See how I have the green dot? I'll click once there. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to click when it's on that line. I'm going to click dimension now. Now I'm going to click on the angled line in the bottom here. I'm going to change that angle to 20 degrees. I'm going to use some of the tools up here now. I'm going to use the trim tool. So up here it says trim. I'm going to click trim, and I'm going to click the bottom of the rectangle here and the bottom there. Oops, I'm actually not going to trim the bottom. I'm just going to click on it and click delete on the keyboard. So now I've got this angled piece. This will be part of the leg. I'm going to click finish sketch. Click on my house so I can see the whole thing. I'm going to extrude this leg piece to a 0.75. Click a green check mark, and now I've got my leg piece extruded to the proper distance. Now I need to put a hole in the top and do some other modifications. So I'm going to click create 2D sketch. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to again tip this up so I can see it a little bit better. I'm going to create a hole. So I'm going to start with the point tool. And now I'm going to put a point on there. Just click anywhere. I'm going to click dimension. I'm going to dimension this point from the edge. It needs to be a 1.25. And I'm also going to dimension it from the top. That dimension also needs to be 1.25. Go back to 3D World, click Finish Sketch. Use the Hole tool. In this case, the diameter of this hole, this size here, needs to say 0.375. Termination should say through all. Click OK. Now I've got a hole in there. One last thing I need to do is make the top of this round. So I'm going to go back to Create 2D Sketch. Click on my piece, and now I'm going to use the Circle tool. Click Circle. I'm going to select the center point of the hole I drew and the top of my board. I'm going to use the Trim tool. Trim the bottom of my circle. Now I'll select Finish Sketch. I'm going to go back to Extrude. I'm going to click on these little corners up here. See how they're highlighted in gray? Select that. But now in my Extrude dialog box, I'm going to select this second option here where it says Cut. I'm going to cut it out. Distance should be all. And then I'll click OK. And now I've rounded the top, drill the hole, and cut an angle on my piece. I'm going to go up to the iPro, Eye in the Sky, Save As, and I'm going to save this as leg. Click Save, and you're done.